In this optional video, we are going to quickly compare the different types of engines that you can generate with the Rails plugin new command. So in the last video, we created a mountable engine, and we're just going to compare this mountable engine with a full engine. So let's quickly use the Rails plugin new command. We're going to name it full test, and this engine will be a full engine here. And let's cd into it. Full test and open the source code. And as we can see, the architecture of a full engine is actually exactly the same as the architecture of a mountable engine. So we have the exact same files like the gem spec, gem file, MIT license, rake file, readme, gitignore at the root of the engine. We also have the app architecture of a Rails application. We still have this bin folder, the config with the routes, the lib, and the test folder with the dummy application. So we might wonder what are the differences exactly, and it's actually very subtle. If we go in the lib full test engine, we can see that there is no more isolate namespace declaration, and that by default, the controllers, the helpers, the jobs, all of those files here are not namespaced anymore in the full test folder. And so we are not preventing naming conflicts anymore. So this is actually quite bad. And this is why I cannot honestly think of a good use case for full engines. I think we should always prefer doing creating a mountable engine with this isolate namespace declaration here, and with namespaces for all our files to prevent naming conflicts. So this is it about full engines. Basically, it's exactly the same, but with no security for naming conflicts. So we're going to quit this, go back, and now have a look at a simple engine. So we're going to say Rails plugin new, and we're going to say simple engine with no options here, and go inside the simple engine and use the code command to be able to inspect the source code. So as we can see, once again, we have the exact same files at the root of the engine. But this time we don't have the app or the config folder. So this is because we are not creating a real Rails application that we're going to merge inside the main Rails application anymore. Instead, we are just doing a very simple engine. So let's have a look at the bin folder. There is just a test script to be able to launch the tests. There is still a test dummy application in case you want to create some tests against a real Rails application. And on the lib simple engine, there is no more engine here, but instead there is this Railtie file. And actually, Rails engine inherits from Rails Railtie. So we can see this Railtie as a simpler version of a Rails engine. But of course, if you want to promote it to a Rails engine, you can just rename this file here and rename those classes into engine. If you want to know a little more about simple engines, I created a YouTube video about building a pagination gem, and that uses this simple engine architecture here. But so that's it for this little tour of the different kinds of engines. Our Turbo Rails clone is a mountable engine, which is the most complex type, and this is why once you understand the mountable engine, you will be able to easily create full engines, even though this seems to be a bit discouraged, or more simpler engines like this one.